All right, let's dive in. Today, we're basically building a playbook, your personal playbook for understanding your rights at work. If you've ever started a job and thought, wait, can I ask for time off for my religious practice? Then this is absolutely for you. We're going to break down what the law says and, more importantly, how you can actually use it.
So let's just ask the question straight up. When you walk into that first real job at, say, 18, do you actually know what your rights are? I mean, really know? If you're thinking, not really, you are definitely not alone. The truth is, most of us don't, and that gap in knowledge can make you feel kind of powerless right when you're trying to get your career started.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to look at why so many young people are in the dark about their rights. Then we'll get into a story in 3 acts. We'll meet some folks facing real-world problems, we'll break down the laws that protect them, and then, the best part, we'll get a clear step-by-step guide to take action. By the end, you'll have a whole toolkit to make you feel ready for anything. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of the matter. You've got this whole generation of ambitious, driven young people coming from every background imaginable, all ready to make their mark. But here's the thing. So many are stepping into the workplace completely unaware of their fundamental rights, especially when it comes to things like their religious beliefs. I mean, think about it. Have you ever tried to read a legal document? It's confusing, it's intimidating, it's just not written for regular people to understand. So our goal here is to be the translator, to turn that dense legal speak into a story that makes sense. We're handing you the playbook that you probably should have gotten in school but didn't.
The best way to understand any of this is to see it in action. So let's ground all these big legal ideas in some real human stories. We're about to meet a few young, melanin-rich professionals who are navigating these exact challenges for the first time. This is Act 1, the conflict.
First up, this is Marcus. He's starting his career and needs to take a break for Jumah prayer on Fridays. His story is so important because it's probably one of the most common types of requests an employer gets. It's simple, direct, and something a lot of people can relate to. Okay, next, let's meet Aaliyah. She's new to her company and she observes the Sabbath, which for her means no work from Friday evening to Saturday evening. Now, her situation brings up a different kind of challenge, right? It's about scheduling, which can sometimes feel a bit more complicated for an employer to figure out. And finally, there's Jamal. His request is a little different. He's not asking for time off. He just needs a quiet, clean space to pray during his workday. And his manager isn't being difficult or mean, he's just confused. He doesn't know what the rules are. Jamal's story really shows how a simple lack of awareness can be just as big a barrier as outright discrimination. So now that we've seen the conflict through Marcus, Aaliyah, and Jamal, it's time for Act 2. This is the legal foundation. This is the part where we get to the good stuff, the actual laws that are on their side and on your side. This is where you find out that you are legally protected. Now, this is really, really important to understand. Laws are not all the same. Think of it like this. There's a federal law, Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, that creates a floor of basic protections for every single employee in the country. But then, your state might have its own laws that build on that floor, giving you even more rights. New Jersey is a great example. Its law is even stronger. So you've got to know what's happening right where you live. Okay, you need to know this term, undue hardship. For years, this was kind of the escape hatch for employers. They could just say, sorry, that's too much trouble for us. But, and this is a huge but, a 2023 Supreme Court case called Groff v. DeJoy completely changed the game. Now an employer has to prove that your request would cause a substantial cost or a major disruption to the business. The bar is so much higher now, which is a massive win for employees. All right, Act 3. You get the problem, you know the law has your back. So, what do you actually do? This is the most important part. We're going to give you a super clear 7-step plan so you can advocate for yourself with total confidence. This right here is your roadmap. It literally takes all the anxiety and guesswork out of it. It starts with something simple, just figuring out what you really need. From there, it walks you through how to write it all down, how to have that meeting with your boss, and, so crucial, what to do if they say no. Every single step is designed to put you in the driver's seat. So, let's zoom out and put all these pieces together. What we've just gone through is all part of a complete empowerment toolkit. And this isn't just an idea. These are actual, tangible resources built for you, for educators, for anyone who wants to champion the rights of young workers. And look how comprehensive this is. You've got the deep dive legal research for anyone who wants to geek out on the details. You've got the toolkit with that 7-step plan, and even templates for your request letters.
There's a whole curriculum for teachers to use in class, and it's all pulled together on an interactive website so anyone can access it anytime.
The big takeaway here is that this isn't just theory. These are 4 complete, ready-to-go resources. They are designed to be used right now in classrooms and workshops to make sure the next wave of young professionals walks in on day 1 already knowing their rights.
And you know, at the end of the day, that's what this all boils down to. This isn't just about memorizing facts or laws. It's about building the confidence to walk into your boss's office, state your needs clearly and professionally, and truly know that the law is on your side. It's about being able to bring your whole self to work. And we're going to end on this final piece of advice. Now, it looks like a standard disclaimer, but I think it's actually the final, most empowering step. Knowing your rights is step 1. But knowing when it's time to call in a professional, a real lawyer, that's how you truly protect yourself. So maybe the real question isn't if 18-year-olds know their rights, but how fast can we get them the tools to find out?